Hello again. I know it's crazy. Here I am again with my hat on. I figure, okay, I'm gonna have a busy day, and I wanted to give you something this morning, a bit of an attitude of gratitude from the Badass Certifier. Had a great workshop yesterday. Thank you for those that showed up and attended the Badass Certification class online version. Certified a bunch of badasses and had some fun. Now here's the thing, clearly, there's always going to be something that goes wrong. Best laid plans, right? I had a little bit of technical difficulties, not real bad, but I couldn't play the videos that I wanted to play for them. Um, just because hey, but it worked out okay. And so I did I recorded the class, and I've scheduled a replay. And so part of being a badass is being able to be flexible and nimble. And so rather than be disappointed in some of the technical issues that I had, well, one of my new skills that I have been developing is video editing. And so I was able to just cut out the video, that part of the video that I didn't want, and drop in the videos that I did want to play, and then send them the replay. So it's like, hey, you can still see these videos. So just being human is something that I can be grateful for, because that's a badass trait. So here's the thing I wanted to share with you. Some people I know, maybe you've lost your job. Maybe you're one of those people that your business has completely been eliminated, and maybe you weren't considered an essential worker, or that your work is not considered essential, and you're really struggling right now with. I get it, I really do, because I share with you that I've been there, and I really want to especially talk to my friends in radio right now. I'm going to start doing some regular videos specifically for my friends in radio that maybe have been let go, or maybe you're struggling to figure out what you're going to do now. I've already reinvented myself. I have a long history in radio, and I'm just going to share some tips with you. But the first thing I want you to know is this: it's all going to be okay. You just got to figure out some new skills, develop new ideas and fresh mindset. Because the thing is that I know maybe you don't feel good enough because you didn't make the cut. I don't really think it's ever personal, or maybe it is. As I used to say, when something would happen and I would get some sort of rejection, and somebody would say to me, it's not personal, Kelly, it's just business. Have you ever heard that? Okay, I get that it's just business, but it's personal to me when I get rejected, or when I have been turned down for whatever it is that I was applying to do, whether it was a speaking engagement or a sale or a relationship or whatever it is. And they say it's not personal. Of course it's personal. But we have to reflect on how we cope with some of these rejections that we're experiencing right now. So if you didn't make the cut in business, or your business is struggling, I just wanted to share with you that it will be okay, but you've got to develop some new tools, and you have to make the decision to stop the downward spiral of depression and anxiety. And that's what my workshop did yesterday. It was CPR for their mental health. And I do believe they fully enjoyed it. I felt the energy coming off just from the computer screen. I love doing these classes, in person, because there's much more energy that, as collectively we all feel. But it was tons of fun. So I just wanted you to remember the rules have shifted. We don't know where things are going to end up. Tomorrow it could be something completely new. I coined this phrase not too long ago. This is the new abnormal. And then, crazy enough, I saw my terminology on a radio marketing piece. So, people, radio, are you listening? I have the fresh ideas because I am not overwhelmed with the stress and anxiety that you are. I'm worth talking to. And same with you in any other business. If you're not in radio, you listen to me. I'll give you some fresh concepts, from some fresh ideas. Not that I have the answer to your situation specifically. Nobody does. I don't even think. But here's the thing: I think you do, and you just don't. You just can't stir it up right now because you're too bogged down with all the stress that you're feeling. You need some stress relief. You need some tools in your toolbox to help reduce the symptoms of anxiety. I use a lot of positive psychology, neuroscience, cognitive behavioral therapy. These are all ways to change the way you think. Because remember, the way that you think affects the way that you feel. And that affects the way that you behave. So if you're thinking negative thoughts, filling yourself up with a lot of anxiety and depression about all of these unknowns that are occurring, then you're going to be feeling these symptoms of the anxiety and the depression, that rapid heartbeat, not being able to breathe properly, feeling like there's this internal motor going on inside of you all the time, or maybe you're eating or sleeping or drinking too much because that's the only way that you know how to cope with what's happening. You just need new tools. That's all. And yesterday was all about music. And so just so you know, the comeback will be greater than than the setback. But if you don't give up, yesterday I read a little clip about, I read a little bit about lessons in water skiing about surrendering. And that doesn't mean quitting. Surrendering means just kind of letting go of the things you cannot control. And some of these things you can't control. So you have to surrender to the course. So now what I want to do, I want an attitude of gratitude. So this is my Kelly Orchard's Apple a Day. Okay, now I've got some radio stations in the country that are now airing these on the air. And then they're offering the book sales to their listeners. Pretty exciting. So any of you radio people who would like to have a new feature that has a sales component, I've made it where you don't have to pay any money at all. In fact, I will show you how to make money. And while I'm showing you how to make money, you're making me money, and we're all winning. So who would not want to do that? Okay, but I'm going to pick a random page. Look, I want you to see it's not marked. There's no thing. This is like a magic trick. I'm just going to pick a random apple, 60 seconds, for gratitude. All right. Actually, this one will be on hope. We need that. All right, it's called Hope and Grace. See, this is my fall apple a day. There's about 90 in here. It would last for 3 months. I have 4 of these books, one for each season. Each one has one apple a page and a journal page. So I'm going to just read this one on hope and grace, because you need this today. So do I, obviously, because it's where I flip to the page. There are many definitions of the word grace. As a noun, grace means simple elegance and finesse. A Webster definition is the free and unmerited favor of God. Grace is also a verb that refers to honor and crediting someone with your presence. We've all heard the remarks such as, "It's so nice to see you," or "so nice of you to grace us with your presence." I value all those meanings of grace, and I hope for God's grace, His mercy, daily. In turn, I try to be gracious and merciful, and hope that others will show me grace, especially when I do something unintentionally that hurts someone's feelings or accidentally cuts someone off on the freeway, which I do sometimes, not intentionally. I hope you find grace in this world, that you recognize your worth, and that you shine, writes saying Lindsay in Live Free, Rewrite Your Story. Give yourself some grace and hope, and you can rewrite your story from today forward. You have worth. You are valued. I hope you find grace in your daily life and will practice grace towards others. Drawing on scripture, Martin Luther said, "The law works fear and wrath. Grace works hope and mercy." I wish you for hope and mercy and grace today, and that you practice a little bit of gratitude if you're working and you have some employment. And if you're not employed right now and you're looking for something, give yourself some grace as well. All right, you guys, it's Thursday. I got to go be a therapist now. Thank you for those who came to the class and registered. If you registered and weren't able to make the class, I'm sending you a playback, and it'll have the videos that you missed that I wasn't able to play. So remember, it's like, thank you for the grace that you showed me. And how did that work out? Wasn't that perfect? See, this is like a living book for you. Every day it would give you some sort of daily nourishment for wisdom, success, and personal growth. And it is a key ingredient of a healthy, balanced mental health diet. An apple a day will keep the crazy away. Hey, you guys, I'm Kelly Orchard, the Badass Certifier, reminding you to be bold, be brave, be confident, be badass. And once again, radio, are you listening?